split up. One this way.
This is where the wealthy and the powerful rule. It is her world, a world apart from mine. Her name is Catherine. From the moment I saw her, she captured my heart with her beauty, her warmth, and her courage. I knew then, as I know now, she would change my life. Forever.
He comes from a secret place, far below the city streets, hiding his face from strangers, safe from hate and harm. He brought me there to save my life. And now, wherever I go, he is with me in spirit. For we have a bond stronger than friendship or love. And although we cannot be together, we will never, ever be apart.
Trick or treat! Don't you all look just great? Happy Halloween.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Dad, hi.
Am I early? Are you late, or is that your costume?
Oh, I'm late. I'm sorry, Dad. I lost track of time at the office.
Well, you never used to lose track of time when you worked for me.
Oh, sure I did, every morning. If you could just hold the trick-or-treaters at bay, I'm sure I can get dressed in time to arrive fashionably late.
Likely story. I figure about an hour and a half.
Oh, that was the old Kathy. I'll be ready in 15 minutes.
And from that day forward, John always kept a light burning in his window by night, so that Deirdre might find her way back to him. And in the deepest part of winter, when the snows lay thick against the walls of his cottage, and a cold wind came shrieking from the north, John would take down his bow, and he would walk through the forest calling her name until his voice was hoarse, and the tears froze hard upon his face. But she never answered. And until his dying day, John never saw her again.
Yeah. Great story. That was a good one.
Tell us another one, Father. The one about the Headless Horseman.
Yeah, tell us that one.
You've had enough ghosts for one night. Now, go on. Mary wants some help to carve up more jack-o'-lanterns. Off you go.
Every year they ask for the same stories. By now they must know them better than you do.
Well, you know, old stories are rather like old friends. Every so often you have to drop in on them again, just to see how they're doing. And anyway, I can remember a certain young boy who would never let a mere jack-o'-lantern deny him a visit to Ichabod Crane. You're still determined to go, are you? I wish you'd reconsider.
Father, surely on this night of all nights, I can walk among them in safety.
Safety? Vincent, there is no safety up there. For you or anyone else.
Sometimes we must leave our safe places, Father, and walk empty-handed among our enemies.
Those are Bridget O'Donnell's words.
Those are true words. Words that have opened doors for me. Let some light in on the dark places. You know what she's meant to me.
I do. And I also know there's a danger of confusing the magic with the magician. Sometimes the person is smaller than the work, weaker, more frightened, more human. And I don't want to see you hurt, disappointed.
She will not disappoint me. Our lives are very different, and yet I'm sure we'll understand each other. I will not lose this opportunity. I must see her, talk to her.
Well, go on then if you're set on it. Obviously, there's nothing I can do to stop you. Vincent. Be careful.
Don't worry.
Okay, I gotta say, that little forehead kiss he gave him was really sweet. 1 second and we'll be live. I'm just getting myself situated. 300 days. Whoa, look at this outfit.
Oh, well, hardly 15 minutes, but well worth waiting.
All right, there we are. How's the lighting? It looks okay. Can we turn this up a little bit? There we go.
Since you left the firm, I hardly ever get to see you.
I have to wonder. Let's go back for a minute. So, we all have come to realize how... Hi, welcome to my stream. My name is Unky. We're playing Final Fantasy XIV. We are watching 1987's Beauty and the Beast, starring Ron Perlman. That's not Ron Perlman. Beast is Ron Perlman. So these folks live underground of New York City. Why do they dress like they shop at a costume thrift store, though? This makes no sense. Wouldn't, like they're obviously manufacturing their own clothes. Why aren't they just getting leftover clothes from the city? I guess it wouldn't be fun fantasy at that point, would it? No, it wouldn't. Okay, well, enough of that. We have to start with one of these every single time. Let's get into the game. Folks, today we have more exciting adventuring to do in the lands of Eorzea. Let's turn this all the way up. There we go. How does that look on the volume? Looks kind of quiet. I'm going to turn this up over here a little bit. There we go. Getting a little better, getting these started each time. I have just discovered a feature in OBS called Profiles, where I can have a separate profile for when I make my YouTube videos, my Let's Plays, versus when I stream. I'm going to have to do that. Okay, in the last episode, we did a whole lot. We did a couple of dungeons, and then we fought our first Primal, and we defeated the Primal Ifrit. We became members of the the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, which is where we are. This is Minfinia, and our job is basically to be the Avengers of Eorzea. We do not adhere to any laws. We are outside the legal system, and we are here essentially to make sure that the world doesn't go to shit. And it can get really bad. For example, the Primals can basically take over people's minds. They can take over people's minds and make them into slaves, essentially. And once that happens, there's no going back. So if that happens, you have to kill them. Or at least that's our solution. is if you get, I forget the term, it's like touched or something by a Primal, then the only answer is death. You're a slave to that Primal forever. So we did all that. And now we got to see what else Minfinia has in store for us. Let's get going. Oh, I am excited. Minfinia is wearing a wry smile. Might it have something to do with your newfound fame? Yes, they did not expect me to take on a Primal by myself and destroy it. So it was pretty epic stuff. I did not take it on by myself, though. The one thing that I have neglected to mention was that in our last stream, one of our most beloved viewers, Lovely Daily, jumped into the game and was basically my overpowered escort for the whole thing. She helped us in the dungeons, and she helped us fight the Primal, and it was a ton of fun. And that is the real joy of this game, is to go on adventures, not just by yourself, but with friends. And I'm so ever grateful for it. But now we're soloing. She's off in another world. She's off in another realm. And so today we're taking this on alone. Can we handle it? We'll do our best. Okay, until not so very long ago, you were but one of many adventurers seeking to make their way in Eorzea. But for your character and courage, you were raised to the esteemed post of envoy. Thereafter, you traveled the realm, aiding those in need without a thought of reward, confirming to Y'shtola that the Scions would benefit from your aid. And no sooner had you joined us than you personally bested the Primal Ifrit. I'm kind of a big deal. You have achieved a great deal in a short time, and won fame in so doing. Alas, fame does not come without a price, as you will soon discover. We have guests, Unky, or rather, you have guests. I would also like to point out that it was our wonderful viewer, Lovely, that gifted me this epic outfit that makes me look far beyond my skill and level. I should look like a busted-ass, level 30 neophyte Arcanist, but no, I look like Eorzea's coolest, most chill lion boy. I have guests, huh? Who's this? Beg pardons. Okay, so it looks like we've got someone from every single army in the nation. Lady Minfilia, radiant as always. Calm down, bro. I am given to understand that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have but recently welcomed a new hero into their midst. I am here on behalf of the Maelstrom Grand Company of Limsa Lominsa to offer said hero a place of honor within our ranks. As you can see, Unky, your recent exploits have garnered you the attentions of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Each organization would have Ifrit's bane for its own. To this end, all three have sent officers to court you. So, I get to basically become a cop. My first playthrough on a different character, I started in Gridania, and so I went with Gridania. I do not like Ul'dah. I don't dislike, Uldah's kind of a terrible place. It's basically like, the rich just kick the crap out of the poor. I like Limsa. I think Limsa needs all the help it can get. They're a bunch of would-be tough pirate swashbucklers that are really big babies. But I like the town of Limsa. That's where I started. And that's where it seems like all of the RP zaniness on this server happens. So I'm going to go with Limsa. Plus the red coat is pretty dope. They would not ordinarily go to such lengths to enlist a new recruit. That they have is evidence of their high regard for you. I find myself wondering how word of Unky's deed spread so quickly. That the immortal flame should know of his triumph is to be expected. But what of the other grand companies? Tataru has a big mouth. That's my guess. I told them. Eep! I nailed it. Your reputation precedes you, Master Pearlman. 'Tis no ordinary man who could face a primal and emerge victor. Catherine, welcome to the stream. Yes, I just got started a few minutes ago, but so far I'm having a blast. How are you doing today? The Order of the Twin Adder has need of valiant men such as you. Join your strengths to ours, friend, and together let us ensure that peace ever reigns over the Twelveswood. What a pleasure it is to finally meet you, Master Pearlman. I could get used to this Master Pearlman stuff. That's pretty cool. My comrades speak of you in the most glowing terms. A man of your talents belong with the immortal flames. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us secure a prosperous future for Ul'dah. Now, my heart is but for one city. The Admiral was not exaggerating when she said you have the look of a hero. Full often does she speak of you, friend. As do many other in Limsa. Long before the rest of Eorzea took note, your name was well known to us, owing to your valorous deeds on behalf of our citizens. It is only natural that we should want you for the Maelstrom. What a cool name for an army, the Maelstrom. I should put the camera here where my monitor is that I look, because this is where the chat is, but the freaking USB cord doesn't reach, so I guess I'd have to get a USB extension cord. The back of my computer is a cable-y mess. Absolutely love the name Maelstrom. We're going with these. Join your strength, Eorzea, together, so let us see the grand vessel of Limsa Lominsa to the shores of glory. That's the best offer that they've made so far. What a look. I don't know. Look, I'm wearing tennis shoes. I can't wait to get one of these uniforms. Lady Minfilia. Very well. You can be a cop. Just started watching Sandy. A week after Shiny install, new quest. I just started watching Sandy. What does that mean? New Q quest. Wait, are you talking about this game? Are you playing this game too? I can't remember if you said I'm good and you. Oh, you just started watching Sandy, like my time at Sandrock. Okay. Catherine, I'm doing absolutely fantastic. I'm so excited to play this game. I don't think it's going to be too hot today, so I think I can stream for a few hours. I'll stream until my hunger overtakes me and I have to stop and eat. Let's see. Though I am quite sure you need no reminding, mayhap a brief summary of the situation would help to clarify your thoughts on this matter. As you know, the Grand Companies are all-encompassing organizations empowered to call upon the martial, economic, and technological resources of their respective city-states in times of strife. They're the cops and the army. These are presently 3 such organizations in Eorzea. The Maelstrom of Limsa Lominsa, the Order of the Twin Adder of Gridania, and the Immortal Flames of Ul'dah. Catherine, I want to say that there is about a 30-second delay in the stream, so it takes me about 30 seconds to see that you've mentioned something, unfortunately. Serving a grand company means serving the nation to which it belongs. You will be charged with its defense and tasked with advancing its cause. Thank you. Yeah, it's good to have a good day for sure. I've had the entire week off from work, which has been fantastic. I've had the opportunity to nap every day. I've been able to exercise and rest. And I go back to work tomorrow, sadly, so I won't be able to stream as much as I have last week. At least, yeah, I won't. Probably just on the weekends, maybe Sunday, Mondays, maybe another day in the morning for like an hour or two. We'll see. But it has been a wonderful week. And I'm excited to cap it off with hopefully a very long stream. We did 4 hours on Friday or something like that. Let's see what we can do today. In return for your faithful service, you will be furnished with various rewards, some of which may prove useful to you in other endeavors. I know that there's a way to add chat to the stream for the people that watch the VOD later. I don't know how to do that. I'll try and figure that out before the next stream. That way you understand who I'm talking to and what they're saying. If you are agonizing over which of the grand companies best deserves your loyalty, be at ease. The commitment you make this day need not be permanent. Should you wish to shift your allegiance at a later date, you are entitled to do so. And yet, I concede that it is no small choice you face. I think this is a really crazy thing. These 3 cities must really trust each other if they're happy to let their soldiers just switch sides at any moment. You see my heartbreak. Nothing more painful than having to go back to work. It's true. A thought occurs to me. You will, of course, recall that the 3 city-states are planning to hold remembrance services. Yes. Well, as part of the proceedings, I'm given to understand that the leader of each grand company will deliver an address. Hearing these addresses ought to help make an informed decision. What say you, my dear officers? I've already decided. This was not a difficult choice. A fine suggestion. You're as wise as you are beautiful, my lady. This guy, he cannot get enough. Very well. Let Unky hear our leader speak, then return here with his decision. It would be dope to work under Raban, that's for sure. We eagerly await your answer. Boy, I can't talk today. Tataru is so funny. I know full well that adventurers are by their nature a liberty-loving breed and not best suited to the discipline of military service, but I strongly urge you to join a grand company nonetheless. While the promise of reward is enticing in itself, it is not the only benefit. You are possessed of great power, Unky, and with it you are capable of doing untold good. Yet know that great power is wont to attract attention, not all of it friendly. There will be those who wish you ill, and you must needs be on the lookout for them. Yet, however vigilant you are but one man. In the midst of a grand company, however, you will be one man amongst many, a friend amongst friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will the danger. I can think of no better arrangement. So basically, if you're out there on your own, you're screwed. But if you got an army behind you, maybe people would think twice before coming after you. This is a pretty smart, this is the smartest offer so far. Of course, joining one organization need not mean leaving another. I hope that we can continue to rely on your aid. The 12 know that we will have need of it in the days ahead. I do see a little bit of a conflict here. They made a very clear point of saying that the Scions are basically outside the law. They don't adhere to any nation. And that gives them a lot of freedom to do things that would otherwise, they would otherwise be bound to like local laws and whatnot. I mean, it's the Avengers thing. But if their members are then joining grand companies, aren't I then restricted by the laws of the grand company that I'm, working under? Like, can I really go be full vigilante in Limsa if I am also a soldier of Limsa? Like, what if I've got to kill a bunch of citizens that were touched by primals that we learned last time? Like, there's got to be a law against killing. I just don't see how every principle and every rule of the Scions would always align with all three of the armies of three different nations. But maybe I'm reading into it too much. The Grand Companies seek to protect their own nations. We Scions, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of Eorzea as a whole. Similar, yet not quite the same. This is what I'm saying. Now then, I expect you to be afield more often in the future. As such, I would have you carry this link pearl with you at all times. It will allow us to stay in touch regardless of location. Okay, cool. Got a radio. Eorzea is changing, Unky, and you have the power to help shape it anew. None can say what the morrow will bring, but so long as we believe in ourselves, there is naught we cannot achieve. Now it is time you made ready for your journey. Before you depart, be sure to speak to Tataru. She will apprise you as to where and when the remembrance services are due to take place. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Let's go. So these guys just live here now. What happens if I chat with them? The Flame General is a passionate man, and his words never fail to light a fire in the belly of those who listen. I am sure you will be no exception. When the Admiral speaks, even pirates listen, and that is no small thing. She is a born leader, the kind one would gladly follow to the 7th hell. The elder Seedseer speaks only truth, and her words have the power to touch the soul. At the sound of her voice, all fall silent and attend to her. Okay. Well. Still going to go with the Maelstrom. Boom, bam, boom, bam, bam. All right, where is Tataru? Oh, they're outside this thing. Okay. Once I join a grand company, I will get my own chocobo, and then I am able to use mounts. I'm sorry about all the attention you're getting, Unky. I might have sung your praises a little too loudly and often to a few too many people. We knew it was Tataru. Next time I'll be sure to hold my tongue, literally if necessary. I don't believe that for a second. Anyways, I expect you want to know where and when the remembrance services are taking place. Yes. If all goes to plan, Gridania's Grand Company, the Order of the Twin Adder, will hold the first of 3 services, and Elder Seedseer Khan Isena will deliver her address at Mikedo's Amphitheater. I should probably mention at this point that due to the organizational challenges involved in assembling all of the involved parties, it is possible that the order of services might change. Still, there's not much we can do about that, so make Gridania your first port of call. Next, you'll need to go to Ul'dah, where Flame General Rabban Aldin will be addressing the masses at the Royal Promenade. Oh, and it's rumored that there will be a special guest. How exciting! Last but not least, you must make your way to the State Room in Limsa Lominsa, where Maelstrom Chief Admiral Merwib Blosflin will be giving her address. The room is accessible by the Admiral's Lift. Identify yourself to the sentry, Xanthel, and he will admit you got all that. Well, off you go then. I hope you find the Remembrance services suitably educational. I suggest visiting the city-states in my prescribed order, though with your record of impeccable timing and luck, the schedule may well change in favor of your preferred travel plans. Okay, so it looks like I can just go to them in any order I want, is what he's saying, but I guess I should just go to Gridania first. So let's do this. We can just teleport there now, which is pretty sweet. I have a lot of money because I've been crafting my pants off lately. Let's lock this in case things get screwy. Let's summon our carbuncle. We always want to have our sweet little pet. And then we also really need one more thing. We need our... I haven't done any of these other ones yet, but this was a nether gift from our wonderful friend Lovely. Let's get our little menagerie going on. Here we go. Okay, off to Gridania. I have 37 free tickets. This doesn't actually cost me anything then, so that's nice. Excuse me. Oh dear, it's raining. I need an umbrella is what I need. Whoa. This guy looks awesome. Spooky. Okay. There's a lot of people here today. How fun. Bum, bum, bum. Not the best day to have a remembrance if it's going to be pouring like this, huh? Holy crap, what's going on? They're having a special event, I think, with the chocobo and the cactuar. I think this is all going to disappear the moment that I come in here, right? Are my legs cold after crafting my pants off?
Lost my son
yes,
to Calamity.
but part of my crafting was crafting new pants, so
Are all together.
I just replaced them.
Couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body.
Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelveswood.
This music, when it starts out, it gives me a little bit of like a vibe of Charlie Brown's Christmas. Christmas time is here. Anyways, that right there. Do you hear it?
Fearful of the green wrath, they hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago.
Okay, so this is interesting. When they moved here, the forest was like, I don't know about these people, but then they showed that they could be part of the forest and not just devastate it, and so the elementals allowed them to stay. That's pretty cool. They really care about harmony with nature here in Gridania. It was one of the things that I really liked about this city, my first playthrough.
Working hand in hand, the Hyur and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization. And soon, they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
These two are on the boat when you first start, and then they just disappeared. But I think I don't know if they joined. FF stands for Final Fantasy, so it's Final Fantasy 14 is the game we're playing, Catherine. I should probably type it out so people that don't know the acronym will understand. That's actually really good that you pointed that out.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seedseer.
Is he talking to me, or is he talking to... I think they're twins.
The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hyur and Elysian. An elegant symbol. Do you not agree?
It's nice.
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood. When the Garlean Empire brought its war
This
of
kid is really
conquest to
intense looking.
Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness.
The Garleans. Okay, so we've seen them. They're the super... Well, there's two evil forces, basically, that's at work.
And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat.
So the Garlean Empire were the main threat that brought on the Calamity by summoning the Primal Bahamut, but we also know that the Ascians were sort of pulling the strings behind even them, to my understanding. That's kind of what we've gotten so far. And then we actually killed an Ascian. Was not that strong.
Years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Cartano. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost.
This is a really funny statement, because don't we know that everyone lost their memories after this battle? They can't really remember... Or is it that they just can't remember the names of the heroes that helped save the world? I think that's it. Maybe they remember previous to that, but they can't remember the heroes. So they must, yeah. Okay.
As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice.
Supreme Commander. That's quite the title.
Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day. For soon came the Calamity. The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed, each waking hour a struggle to survive. Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds.
I mean, if you're hungry enough, you'll do anything to eat.
To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable. So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
I actually think that the rain is really fitting, because this is actually a pretty somber speech.
Time was a man could walk the high roads without fear.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
Well, we'll do our best, I guess. Excuse me.
The destruction wrought by the Calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood. Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united.
So I think it's Gridania. I would love to look at the map just to get clear of it, but they are right on the border. So they're basically the front lines of the Garleans.
Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you, join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder's standard. And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity, we must think of the children.
we must think of the children. You know what? That was actually a pretty good speech. She's very reserved most of the time when she's talking. So when she gets a little animated, it really has a lot of energy behind it. Look at these bangs. My goodness, that's a statement. This whole outfit is a statement. Who are those three? We get to chat it up with the twins now?
If you'll permit me, Alfie no.
Alfie no.
And my sister, Alize, at your service.
Alphino and Alize.
I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler. You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
There's a little bit of a haughtiness in his voice. The Gridanians are unfortunate enough to have to contend with two beast tribes. The Ixal are unquestionably the more troublesome, being of a naturally warlike disposition and want to summon their bloodthirsty primal Garuda. Ooh, we get to fight Garuda later. Cool. The Sylphs, by contrast, are peaceful in nature, being mischievous rather than malevolent, and have long been on friendly terms with the Gridanians. Until recently, at least. Alas, they have grown aloof, a change observed at roughly the time they summoned the primal Ramu? I don't know if I fought that one. The Gridanians have no love for war, and they consider open conflict a last resort. That's probably why they haven't kicked the Garleans off of their land. If this was Limsa or Ul'dah, I feel like maybe they would have already attacked the Garleans and pushed them off their territory, but not the Gridanians. At least it would have been more likely as such. Though they clash with Ixal ever more regularly, you may be assured that they do so in self-defense. As for the Sylphs, they are as yet bound by a peace treaty, though one wonders how long it will be before it is broken. The Twelves Wood was grievously wounded during the Calamity, leaving Gridania vulnerable to attack. The people are hopeful that restoring the wood, and thereby the power of the elementals, will put an end to their woes. Yet how long will that take? Centuries, I wager. Heading off, need sleep. Well, thank you for coming by, Catherine. It's always a pleasure chatting with you. I hope you get great sleep. I hope you get well rested, and I look forward to seeing you in the next stream. Meanwhile, the Ixal will continue their incursions, spurred on by Garuda and her insatiable appetite for destruction. Whether the Gridanians like it or not, sooner or later it will come to all-out war, and when it does, the Order of the Twin Adder will need all the help it can muster. So this is the appeal of them. They're like, hey, these guys are really out here fighting the good fight. They're really doing the best that they can, but they're not warlike people. They're basically just foresty tree hippies. So you're kind of a big, beefy, badass lion boy. Why don't you give them a hand? They could really use a warrior like you. How valuable might the aid of a capable adventurer prove to them then? Very. Alize is a woman of few words, apparently. 1:30 a.m. where you are. Wow, you are up late. Wow. Thank you. I will have fun. Sleep well. I hope you have wonderful dreams, and I hope you sleep fully and restfully. Okay, well, that was pretty cool. I really enjoyed that a lot. We're going to go to Old Da next. Let's see. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to go here. Old Da right now is my least favorite city. I actually like goldsmithing in Old Da. It's like probably one of my favorite crafting just because I like making the pretty rings. But the city itself has a lot of problems. They're basically the uber rich and uber poor. There's no middle class, and you either make it or you don't. They also seem to really, really despise their refugees, which, you know, is also a problem. Is there a teleporter? Here we go, the Chamber of Rule. This is where we want to go. The Chamber of Rule. Come, my little menagerie. Okay, right here. Here we go. So we're going to listen to Raban. Raban is such a badass character. So I am pretty excited for this speech. He's going to go all out. He's going to be screaming and yelling. He gets all mad. Oh, he's so cool. He's so cool. There he is.
Behold,
oh.
The Sultana Nanamo herself.
And Raban as well.
Okay, so this is the first time we get to meet the Sultana. She's the, like, true leader of Old Da, to my understanding. Like the little queen, I think.
Souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore.
Awesome. I love this guy.
Hurrah! Raban!
It seems like everyone loves this guy.
Since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of the Ul dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold, where by the grace and glory of Naldal have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered. I speak of Ul'dah.
Okay, they keep mentioning Naldal. I want to say, I'm going to Google that. I think that's like a god. Holy crap, you actually fight this as a boss? Whoa, I was just looking for some lore. Here we go. Overseer of the underworld and god of commerce. Well, that fits Ul'dah. Naldal commands the elements of fire and is associated with the 10th moon of the Eorzean calendar. In most of Eorzea, Naldal is considered a single deity, but in Ul'dah, he is considered a pair of deific twins, Nald and Thal. He is most often depicted discerning merchant, as a discerning merchant holding a balance. His symbol is the cowrie, an ancient shell currency. According to the faith of the 12, Nald fired golden bricks in the heat of Azima's sun and built the city of the heaven of fire, and where the just and fair and the honest and philanthropic came to rest. In the pit he cast the rubble of the city and set it alight, creating the hell of fire and burning the judgmental, the dishonest, those who gave and received dulciers to cinders. Okay, so it sort of feels like Ul'dah has sort of strayed from their belief. If Naldal's over here doing the best he can for the philanthropic, because the people of Ul'dah seem pretty greedy. Can we get a picture? Let's, okay. And looks like, oh, there's all sorts of gear you can get from the fight. Is this a decent enough picture? Whoa! Cool. Ooh, we get to fight that dude? Looks scary. I guess that's all I get. Super cool. Okay, well, serious stuff awaits us in the future, huh? But I know that whenever I pull up a Google thing like this, you guys don't pay any attention to what I'm looking at. You're scanning every tab. You're like, what is this? The muscle growth doctor? What are you watching? I've been trying to like educate myself on as much health stuff as possible. It's a nightmare. I hate it actually. Because you will have, like this show, for example. Okay, so we're going to get sidetracked just a little bit, but I won't stay sidetracked for long. This show right here. Diary of a CEO, 6 million subscribers, pretty good conversations. I like this interviewer. But my God, he will have one person on that says one thing, and then he'll have another person on that says the opposite. It is aggravating. How the hell am I supposed to know what to do to be healthy? I guess try not to eat crappy food and exercise, right? Is that the best you can do? It's frustrating. You should be if you find trying to like better your health and well-being frustrating, you're totally right to feel that way. And YouTube does not make it better. Okay, enough soapboxing. Yay! Oh, they're here too.
There, at the Flame General's back flies the Grand Company's standard. Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
The golden scales of order, so the scales represent order, balance prosperity and strength. So these are the two things that this city values. They value wealth and power. This is a dangerous combination. And they say this is how order is brought about in the world. Yeah, so no wonder they don't have time for refugees. Not really great.
Are the gifts our nation has given the realm.
Okay, tell us what those are.
In Eorzea's darkest hour, on the killing fields of Cartano, none spent more in blood and gold than we.
Okay, well there it is, right? So they're the balance of like wealth and might. These things are potentially really toxic principles in peacetime. We've talked about that. They'd have a problem with the refugees. There's a lot of poor. There's a lot of poor and there's a lot of real wealth. But if there's an invading army that's trying to destroy everything you believe in, you want the people that are the most powerful with a lot of money. They come in really handy then.
Thus was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
Well, yes. I think the 7th Imperial Legion was laid low by Bahamut. Wasn't that it? Didn't it just like wipe out everything? But we could take credit.
So that's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
So I'm right. I'm right. They're retconning history. They're like, oh no, we did it. It wasn't the frickin' giant world-killing dragon that we summoned. It was us.
Yet many left our gates, never to return. Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond, as Thal's honored guests.
Okay, so he's talking about the fallen soldiers, not people that like fled the city.
If the fates were fair, the price we paid that day would have bought us victory. Alas, they are not.
They brought you a stalemate, essentially, right?
And now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era, the spirit of sacrifice which granted us our strength is all but dead. Look around you. What do you see? A people divided, downtrodden and enthralled.
Okay, so I like this. He's speaking to the hedonism that has kind of overtaken the city.
Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel of the righteous? I ask you, is this the great nation our brothers and sisters gave their lives to save?
What's keeping them from just like taxing the rich, right? I mean, he's the general and he leads the army. So I'm really interested in what the power dynamics of Ul'dah are, that the general of the head of the army can basically call out the wealthy people of the city and be like, you're all pieces of shit. Why aren't you helping out more? Like, isn't there an enforcement mechanism? I'm super curious now what the like political system in Ul'dah is.
You who call this living, dishonor the name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death.
Wow. So he's really reading his own City of the Right Act.
Us. The savage hordes of the Amalja wait beside our roads, strangling the lifelines of trade. Meanwhile, the Garleans make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural wealth. We stand on a precipice, yet we do not act. Whether trader or soldier, monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided Ul'dah stands to fall.
I mean, I kind of see what he's saying. Like, they have to essentially have a different set of principles for peacetime versus war, right? Because in peacetime, this idea of prosperity and might, well, people are always going to pursue prosperity to their own ends, right? Everyone wants to be as rich as possible. That's that, like, we're pitted against each other, dog-eat-dog kind of thing. And then might. I mean, might only has any real value if you have something to, like, lean that might against. This was very useful in their war against the Garleans. But now, that might is just kind of growing and towering against itself. So how do you balance this? This is probably the eternal question of any, like, powerful society, right?
Victory and fortune walk hand in hand. Ye who seek glory and wealth, look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the world beyond.
Okay, so religion?
Now is the time to unite. Now is the time to ride forth. In the name of the Sultana, I beseech you. Line not your own coffers, but those of the immortal flames. Seek not to prosper from Ul'dah, but to restore her to prosperity.
So they're basically saying, quit just being rich hedonistic bastards and help your city prosper again.
As the realm prospers, so shall Ul'dah. As Ul'dah prospers, so shall her people.
I can't think of any other country in the world right now that this would be speaking to. This metaphor completely falls flat. Sarcasm.
Ya for Ul'dah!
Together we are one.
People love speeches.
Your grace.
Is she gonna speak now?
Raoban.
I didn't expect that.
People of Ul'dah, I, Nanimo, 17th in the line of Ul, address you. Much has been made of the wealth of Ul'dah. Yet those who measure that wealth in coins and carats are gravely deceived.
Says the woman just covered in gold and carats here, coin and carats. She's just like gilded out.
For the true wealth of Ul'dah lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people.
You know, you could solve this. Why don't you just tax the rich? I'm just asking questions.
Subjects, I bid you raise aloft the torch of Ul'dah, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
This is becoming such a political speech, right? Because here you have the leader of the general and the ruler of Ul'dah talking about how Ul'dah is basically not thriving, but you're the one that make the laws and has all the power, right? I mean, unless there's like another organization that's actually running things and you're just a figurehead, I'm super curious. I want to give them the benefit of the doubt, right?
Victory and fortune, stride fearless into the inferno, for we are by fire reborn.
He does give epic speeches, though, and this armor thing is freaking cool.
Forsooth,
the time is now. I believe meeting you again.
I feel like you guys are following me. Is she never going to talk? The Uldans have a long history of conflict with the Amalja, the beast tribe that worship the primal Ifrit. Oh, we've met them. Judging by your look of distaste, I take it you have encountered them. The Uldans do not shy from confrontation. If aught threatens their precious prosperity, they will seek to crush it. Lovely Daily, hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Oh my God, I'm so happy to see you. I hope you're having a wonderful day at work. I believe you're on break, right? Is that true? So, have they dealt with Ifrit thus far, smothering his flames each time he is stoked to life? Yet he is but one of several problems. Though they have been quiet these past 5 years, the Garleans have not gone away. Meanwhile, refugees continue to arrive in droves, and Ul'dah has no clear policy on how to deal with them. You are. You're having a wonderful day at work. I'm so glad to hear it. And I hope you had a wonderful day at work yesterday. I logged on yesterday afternoon to do some crafting, and I saw that you were online in Midgard-Sormer, but I have no way of messaging you. So I just sent you good vibes that I hope you're having a ton of fun raiding or fall guying or whatever you're doing with your friends. After all, not even the Sultanate's coffers are bottomless, and even assuming they had the coin, resources will ever be finite. This right here is in complete contrast to what they're saying. Like, isn't the city, like, rich beyond words? Do they just not tax the, like, wealthy businessmen of this town? Which brings me back to the subject of Ifrit. It has been observed that the Amalja are summoning him with ever-increasing frequency. So this is like an ongoing problem. They just keep bringing these primals back over and over and over. Is this the like lore reason behind why we can continue to fight the same primals, like Duty find? Every time they do so, the Oldans send their forces to smite the primal, and though they invariably succeed, each victory is bought with blood. It is a war of attrition which they cannot well sustain. When I'm done reading this, I have something that I want to do. I saw you online last night. Passed by to give you the Gabriel mount, but I must have gotten you as you were AFK or logging off. So there were a couple things going on yesterday that were making my day totally crazy. First of all, our internet was cutting in and out. That was super frustrating. Second of all, my sister, I live with my sister and my brother-in-law, and they are very involved with their church. And so they had the leadership team from the church over and all their families because they were doing this big leadership meeting. So there was like 50 people at my house yesterday. And I'm not a big church person. I don't have a problem with them. I've been to their church. It's very exciting. You know, it's like one of those big, like rousing sermon kind of things, but it's not really my jam. So I was kind of hiding out here when I could, but also this is crazy. My niece, who is 6, has had strep throat all week. Well, even though we got her on antibiotics, she formed an abscess on the back of one of her tonsils, and it got so bad she could barely open her mouth, and it was very painful. They had to take her to the ER yesterday and have it lanced. And then once that heals, they'll have to remove her tonsils. So my sister was off doing that. So my brother-in-law was here trying to manage this party all by himself. So I was in part trying to keep this whole thing going and organized and help him as best I could, but also not be too involved because there was like, I don't know, like there was like 20 children running around the house. That is very overwhelming for me. I prefer the company of like 1 or 2 or maybe 4 good friends, not a house full of people. I am not a crazy party person. So, I was off. Yes, I think she's doing better. They come back today, and I guess it was really big. It was it was nasty. So they lanced it. She should be fine. Once it heals, they'll go back in and remove the tonsils. Yeah, the poor thing's been sick all week. It's just absolutely terrible. So that's probably why I wasn't there when you came by. So my apologies for that. My apologies. Okay, I read that. Small wonder, then, that the Immortal Flames are eager to recruit more members. Experience would be most welcome addition to their ranks. I mean, I do think their plight is clear. Their biggest plight is, like, their internal management. Just freaking tax the rich and you can solve all your problems. Or maybe they do. I don't know. I kind of want to know more. Okay, now that it has been read, we just have Limsa Lominsa. I have already decided that I'm going to join the Maelstrom. I really like Limsa. Limsa is my home city for this character, and I really dig the vibe there. Lovely. Let me see if I can do this. No. Hold on. Is there... Can I do this here? Oh, it's not showing the chat here. Hold on. I had a plan, but now, content, live. Here we go. Okay, this is live right now. If we go here, no, that's not what I want. go here. Hold on. Plan. But now... No apology needed. With all that going on, it was understandable why. Well, thank you. Okay, hold on. Why is this stupid thing now will not go away? Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm so bad at this YouTube thing. I want back. There we go. Chat, come back. Okay. No apology needed. With all that going on, it was understandable why. Well, thank you. Okay, hold on. Why is this? I saw a feature. Oh, here we go. Add as moderator. Okay, add as moderator. Can manage blocked words and change chat modes and live. Is also capable of standard. Can review and remove chat messages and hide or put users on timeout. Lovely. I am promoting you to moderator. You have become such an integral part of this stream. You have streamed with me. You are now in charge of this chat. If anyone is misbehaving, if anyone tries to come in here and troll, and you happen to be here, shut them down. Oh wait, you guys can probably. Okay, so that's got to be a mess. My apologies. Let me say that again. I'm adding you as a moderator so that you can. You are such an important part of the stream. You have been here from the beginning. If anyone comes in here and tries to mess with them, you're the top cop here. You are General Raban of this stream. Shut them down. So cool. I think it's cool. If you don't want to be moderator, if that's too much responsibility, maybe I should have asked first. Then that's me done. No, we would never shut you out, Catherine. Not at all. Okay, return. Yeah, I can't do that from the OBS chat, but I can do it from the YouTube chat. Sorry that you could hear me talking. I was basically watching my own stream. What a mess. Okay. Okay. Here we are. I started the esthetician quest, but I haven't finished it because I want to see what other asking for trouble. Yeah. Totally asking for trouble. Catherine, I thought you were going to go to bed. You're still here. Don't you need to sleep? I worry for you. I guess if you don't have to work tomorrow, then you can stay up super late if you want. It's up to you. But I don't know. For me, I have to get as much sleep as possible because otherwise I am a wreck. Here to attend the remembrance service. Be quick. The Admiral is due to giving her address at any moment. Proceed to the stateroom. Did it work, Lovely? Did you get moderator?
The Garleans are another matter altogether.
So much for our alliance.
It's sunk beyond the seabed.
It looks like it. I know you're a break on work, so if you can't respond right away, I totally get it. Here we go. I am honored this chat will now be protected by the killer rabbit of Carabanon. Oh, I love this.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken unto me. Look upon this, our mighty crimson standard, and tell me your hearts do not swell with pride.
Dude, I freaking love this lady. The only thing that I struggle with is I still have no idea how to say this. Catherine, you can't sleep? Oh, I'm sorry. Harassing me is fun? Well, harass away. That's fine. Lovely, Catherine gets a pass. Unless she says something really crazy. I don't think you are. I can tell that you're actually a very kind person.
700 summers have come and gone since our forefathers first ran aground in this fertile bay.
700 summers? This city has been here for 700 years? That is awesome. That is awesome. I don't think that mean people play games like My Time at Sandrock. No. Only sweet, kind people that just want to, hang out with their friends. Okay, if said crazy makes you laugh, I might give it a pass. Of course, I trust your judgment 100%. I love the little gear symbol that's by your name now. How fun is that?
In that time, guided by the Mother of Oceans, Limsa Lominsa has grown from humble fishing village to uncontested ruler of the 5 seas and beyond.
Whoa, the 5 seas? Wait, can we see a map of all of Eorzea? I want to see these seas. Holy smokes, this is way bigger than I thought. Okay, hold on, where are we? Whoa, how do I scroll? I guess I gotta scrub left and right. Okay, so let's zoom out for a minute and see if we can't figure out. Dalmasca, hey, I remember that. There should be a map. It keeps getting updated as new expansions come out. Gotcha. Okay, so here's Gridania. Here's Ul'dah. Okay, so then where is Limsa? Oh, here it is. It's on an island. Cool. Cool. Okay, so I do remember some of these places. Ishgard, Alamigo. So wait, so here's Gridania. So where the heck is... where are the Darlians from? Oh, the Garlean Empire is up here. What is this? Why did they get a giant whale? What? Garlemald? They literally live in the most evil-looking freaking mountain possible. Look at this. What? Okay, so they are probably... I think they took over Alamigo. Is that right? I think that this is where they took over because this is where Raban is from. I think we fight for this later on in the game. So they're basically encroaching in this area. And then this continent, I know, is all expansion stuff. This is later stuff, right? Okay, cool. Well, that gives us... So then what are the 5 seas? 1, 2, like 3. Okay, well, they're named right here. Sea of Jade, Indigo Deep. That's the Sea of Clouds. You go to it during Heaven's Ward. Oh, I really liked Heaven's Ward. Oh, I'm excited to get there. Okay, enough of that. Let's keep on the story. I could get distracted super easy. Ha! Makes me feel so fancy. You are fancy, Lovely. You are the fanciest. There should be a map. Oh, yeah, we already read that. Okay. Voice actor phoned that one in.
Did you look as the Admiral bid you? It is a rather stirring standard, I must say.
I like that they come and the first thing they do is like read the standard. They're like, look at that.
The Crimson Field is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the Black Longship represents a pirate vessel.
Cool.
When the Garlean Empire marched upon Eorzea, we assembled beneath the Maelstrom Standard, and our grand company was reborn. All answered the call, from the Knights of the Barracuda to Hilfir's bloody executioners. And together, we met our would-be conquerors upon the field of Cartano.
Badass.
That day, the world bore witness to the united strength of Limsa Lominsa. I swear to you, no army ever fought harder or with more courage. Yet many of ours did not survive.
I feel like she and Raban have had at least 2 arguments about whose army is better.
Join me now in remembering
this
those
guy's
who
awesome.
fought in the name of freedom and fell. May their souls be returned to the sea.
I love these goggles. I can't wait to make a pair.
Freedom. Yes, they have always been rather fond of their freedom.
Why does he say that like that's a huge problem? Ugh, these freedom-loving Laminsons.
Much as the beast tribes have. Small wonder. Beneath the surface, one would struggle to tell them apart.
Oh, come on. We're not that savage, right? There's a bunch of, like, pirates trying to be farmers now.
It has been 5 long years since the Calamity struck. 5 long years of tireless rebuilding. Yet still the wounds of the Calamity fester and weep. But when I stand atop the mizzenmast and gaze out upon our battered and broken vessel, I see an undying spirit.
Ooh.
Did we not build all this from the wreck of the Galadian all those centuries ago? Shall we not do so again?
Was that lighting change that happened purposeful, or was that just a coincidence? The Galadian. The wreck of the Galadian. What's the Galadian? Well, that's what they call the bay here. Is it a ship? There's a Galadian Gobi. Was the flagship of a failed rebellion of sea wolves against the tyrannical regime. Okay, so this is part of the lore. Oh my gosh, there's so much lore to read. The failed flagship of a failed rebellion of sea wolves against the tyrannical Azerslant. Who they have? The ship and its crew fled to Eorzea as refugees. Means first land is a remote archipelago in the northern empty, said to be the homeland of the sea wolf tribe of Rogadan. Okay, so that's where the Rogadans come from. Coincidence unlike. I wonder if they will change with the graphics updates coming with Dawn Trail. I cannot. You know what? I actually watched a whole video on the graphics updates, and everyone looks so much better. They look great. I cannot wait. Hopefully my little graphics card can handle it. Okay, so this is a lot of lore to read. It's not important.
Yet there are those who would see this ship of ours sink beneath the waves of the restless Rotano.
Nah. They can't do it. 700 years. Please, go ahead and try.
The Sahagin creep ashore seeking blood for their accursed god.
Who is their god?
Those fishbuck bastards.
They're so racist against the Sahagin.
While the mines of Ogomero spew forth kobolds who push ever south, despoiling our lands as they go.
Now, kobolds, it's totally okay to hate kobolds, right? That is just like a fantasy trope. Kobolds are just disgusting. I think isn't there like a group of Sahagin that you can actually do quests for and eventually get one of their mounts?
These savage beast tribes will be the first waves to crash against our creaking hull. And behind them swells the grim tide of the Garlean Empire.
Yeah, bring it.
Even now, the Curs fly their flags within our borders. Doubt not, but that they will be upon us ere long.
Okay, cool. I don't remember what their mount is. There's I forget which tribe it is, but it was in Gridania, and then I got it. I did the quest over and over. I ground for it, and I got the Gobu mount, and I loved riding around on that thing. Starts in the Aft Castle. Okay, cool. Oh, so it's like a side quest that you can do, basically. It's not part of the main story quest. That's what I'm getting from that. Let's see.
We are well nigh surrounded. Yet there are those among us who would rather turn their swords against their crewmates than our cannons against our foes. How can we hope to repel our many enemies when mutiny breeds below deck?
Call for unity. I like it.
There is but one course left to us.
I've got to say that they are struggling in a way with the same thing that the Oldons are struggling with, which is that their entire society is basically built on fighting and war, right? That there's so much of their identity is built on might, right? Oldons, it's like we have a mighty and rich country, mighty warriors, and then here they're like, we are the mightiest on the seas. But in times of peace, they struggle to like figure out what to do with themselves. And so therefore there's all this inward fighting, which I think is really interesting considering that they talk about how many threats they have about us. We do need to give everyone, the Gridanians seem to be the only society that's really figured out how to manage that, but that's because their society isn't built on war. In fact, they abhor war and they only do it as a last resort. So they want to just live in the forest and grow stuff and harvest and just be happy hippie people. And they go to war when they have to. I feel like there is some cultural exchange that could happen here between the Eldons, the Limsons, and the Gridanians. It's like, yo, here's how you just chill out in times of peace.
One bearing that will bring us victory over the beast hordes and the Empire both. And see this ship safe to port.
So, is the struggle with the beast hordes that are happening all across the area just because there's like... It's like a sea serpent, reptile-looking mount. It's pretty cool. Okay, sweet. Ooh, I like that. Does it go underwater? Can you swim with it? Like, is the reason that they are stuck dealing with the beast tribes is that they're just like... They don't want to just wipe them out because they really seem to hate the beast tribes. Like, everyone seems to hate the beast tribes. And the beast tribes clearly have no handle on technology at all. Is it that they're capable of summoning the primals and the primals are their power that keeps them at bay? Is that why they can't wipe them out? It's like if they were to try to go to war with the, let's see, like hobbies, peace, and parties. Yeah, exactly. That's what they need. They just need to start growing exotic indoor plants or taking up cross-stitching. And yeah, having more dinner parties, right?
We must mend the rift the Calamity has reopened twixt pirate and maelstrom, and stand fast with our adventurer brothers against the coming tempest.
So, is she saying that the pirate problem that Limsa deals with is because of the Calamity? People were basically... It's the same thing that they talked about in the other city-states, where people are basically forced into crime because things were so wiped out that they just... There's no opportunity for them. I think maybe I'm being a little too harsh on Limsa and Ul'dah. I have to remember that, like, essentially the world got destroyed. It was like end of World War II Europe, where there's just nothing left and they're just struggling to rebuild. And, you know, they don't have the support. Like, Europe had basically the US, which was super rich, had tons of resources, and was basically left World War II unscathed. Then they could just dump a bunch of money into Europe to get it back up and running. Limsa, the Eorzeans didn't have any of that, so they're just trying to do it themselves, and so they're just dealing with all of these problems. The parallels between, let's see, all mounts go underwater once you unlock it, but it's in Stormblood. Okay, so it's a ways out. The parallels that I am seeing between this story and what we got from, like, the MCU with, you know, the Infinity War, and then, you know, the Blink and everyone disappearing and how destructive it was, and then the Avengers being sort of like the Scions, and that they're like an extra outside the law sort of organization. I probably shouldn't draw too many of these parallels.
Mark ye well. A crew without unity is no crew at all. Tis but a mass of drowned men.
The difference is that the Avengers would never be like, yo, these people that got touched by Loki, we just had to kill them all. You know, Disney has to wrap that up in a nice bow. Whereas the Scions are like, yeah, don't get touched by a primal or we'll kill you.
To me, then, brothers and sisters of the sea, gather beneath the undying crimson standard and pledge me your strength, your skill, your wisdom.
I'm so ready. Let's go.
With the guidance of the navigator, this great vessel of ours shall ride the waves till sea swallows all.
I freaking love that slogan too. Till sea swallows all.
Long live the Admiral!
Gather the lads!
Gather the lads! Where are the lads? Gather them.
To the seven hells, Admiral.
The freaking loyalty and patriotism of this place.
Fancy meeting you again.
You're following me, okay? Look at his little, like, crazy shoes. As the Admiral mentioned in her address, Limsa is plagued by two beast tribes. The first are the fish-like Sahagin, worshippers of the primal Leviathan. The second are the kobolds, who dwell beneath the earth and take the primal Titan for their god. Titan, that's a cool fight. I remember that fight. I think that might be the next primal we fight. As if the beast tribe's presence weren't troublesome enough, the Garleans have also chosen to erect a fortress right in Lominsan's backyard. This is not good. And that is to say, not of internal strife. As a nation of pirates, there is no end to the blood feuds between various factions. And while they fight amongst themselves, the Garleans whet their blades and watch. Essentially, how this can be paralleled is that they're like colonizers. The Calamity has displaced many people, so they had to rehome themselves. Gotcha. Gotcha. If the Lominsons are to have any hope of withstanding the Empire, they must first resolve their own affairs. Differences must be set aside, and the primal threat dealt with once and for all. To this end, I expect that they soon take decisive action against the Beast Tribes. Mark my words, the Maelstrom Standard will be drenched in a deeper shade of crimson ere long. Yikes! They see the Beast Tribes as nothing more than savage beasts, so they take the lands for themselves. And that's just all of Eorzea, basically, right? They're all just encroaching on Beast Tribe land. So, in that way, the Beast Tribes are kind of in the right to be summoning Primals to fight them back, right? Because they're like, hey, we were already here, and you just showed up and took all of our land. You freaking suck. I knew they're so racist against the Beast Tribes. Calling them fishbacks. That a capable adventurer like you would be a valuable addition to their crew is beyond question. Me? But will you sail with the Admiral? 100%. The sister still said nothing. Does she even talk? I think she does. Do they, like, telekinesis? So what I really like about this story is the fact that, like, essentially nobody is truly good. It is not like a Disney story where it's just obvious good and evil. It is a very complex, like, world and system of competing political parties and factions, and everyone's got to get dirty in order to, like, get what they want. Even the Gridanians, who's like are the most peaceful people. I mean, they're over here kicking the crap out of the Ixal to take their land, right? It's a wonder the elementals accept that. Unky, this has been Finia. You are well, I hope. Would I be correct in thinking that the final remembrance service is now concluded? A moment ago, you say? What a coincidence. Come on, she obviously knew. Jesting aside, I trust you remember our guests from the Grand Companies. Well, delighted though they are to have them here at the Waking Sands, it would not do to keep them in suspense any longer than necessary. In short, hurry back. She is sick of these three dudes just standing there in her office, waiting. Okay, well, obviously we have to go back, and we know exactly who we're going to accept. We made our decision long ago. Getting dirty, huh? That's right. You got to get a little dirty if you want to survive in Eorzea. No chance about it. Well, from what I can see from our peers in this game, everyone's getting a little dirty. And we'll just leave it at that, because we try to keep this channel as PG as possible. Nedrick Ironheart. What a name. I'm going the right way, right? Okay, so this is a problem. Look at this. HUD. Party list. I need a bigger monitor, I think is what I'm learning. Let's see. She has her own storyline in ARR. She does the Bahamut raids. Great storyline. I wish they would change it and make it easier to run. It's the only raid that isn't added to the daily roulette. Are you talking about Alphino's sister, Alize? Do I have that right? I think that's her name. Or are you talking about Minfinia? Hello, hello. Welcome back. Were the Grand Company leader's words as illuminating as you had hoped? Aye, each nation is beset with problems. I trust you see now why your services are in such demand. Would that there were more of you, Unky. Alize. Okay, cool. I think she'll talk eventually, right? But you must be tired from your journey. Why don't you rest a while and take a moment to reflect on your decision? Once your mind is made up, pray give the Grand Company officers your answer. Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready. I want that red uniform. Oh, here they are.
The gods only know what grand company our adventurer friend will keep.
They say this like this will be some grand mystery. Like we're gonna just do it right now.
The wheels of change are in motion regardless.
Brother.
Oh, okay.
Are you certain this course is best?
No, I guess not. She's chatting right now. But I guess I'll have to wait till Heaven's Ward to maybe talk with her.
Whatever do you mean, dear sister?
These two, I don't know what vibe I get from this guy. Like, he seems like he knows way more than he's letting on. I take it back. I know. You said that exactly as she started talking. Gotcha. Yeah, brutal. Shun, after watching Zeppla, HCQ, MTQ, SR, Savix, Metsu, Asmongold's, Maryland's Frequency YouTube video recommended me your streams. Well, welcome, Shun. Thank you for coming by. Hopefully I can add something unique, but those are some, like, big names. I don't know. Those are, I mean, this is, you know, me, a tiny little ant, and these are giants right here. My goodness.
The so-called remembrance ceremonies were little more than standard waving rallies.
I think this is a fair criticism. There really wasn't much to do besides listen to a big speech. I don't know why they couldn't have done this at any time.
As though the Calamity and Seventh Umbral era warranted scarcely a mention.
Well, this is a good point. If there's supposed to be a remembrance ceremony, they spent all their time basically talking about the problems of their each nations. The only person that did was Con E. Senna. She really brought it back to the Calamity. I really liked her speech the best, to be honest. I mean, I like Merleweb as a character, but I feel like Con E. Senna's speech was really brought the whole thing together well.
Well, of course they were standard waving rallies. Since you are so observant, mayhap you noticed what mention was made of the Warriors of Light? None.
Yeah, that's a good point. These two don't really seem to like the the three cities or nations of Eorzea, do they?
I suppose they must have forgotten the heroes who spared Eorzea a fate worse than the Calamity? No, dear Alizé, they haven't forgotten these details. They have elected to omit them. Deep are the wounds the Calamity inflicted upon Eorzea. So deep, in fact, that the realm still bleeds.
I like that he says this as he shows people just living their normal lives. Oh, she has a whole new voice actor and a different voice. Interesting. Well, how long ago did ARR come out? Like 2012? It's been a long time. Really? Is it a 14-year-old? Is it that old? My goodness. You would know better than I would. Is it 2012 that ARR came out?
Needless to say, the beast tribes and their primals do little to alleviate the pain. So, the task of salving Eorzea's wounds falls to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, with a little help from our friends, the Grand Companies. Remembrance will yield no remedy. If our world is to heal, we must put the horrors of the Calamity behind us.
He's kind of making a good point. I think that they could have mentioned it, and they could have given honor to the Warriors of Light, but maybe not make it the whole of the speeches. But she's right to say that the fact they didn't mention it at all is a problem. He's also right to say that we need to move beyond it. It's been 5 years.
Our grandfather would never entrust the fate of the realm to despots who rewrite history to their convenience.
This guy's like, holy crap, calm down. Grandfather, is their grandfather Louis Sois? Is that who she's talking about? In Heaven's Word, they changed all the voice actors. Well, that's going to be some serious whiplash. Why is this guy still here? What is your problem, bro? You never seen someone get mad before?
There must be another way to cure what ails this world, and I need to find it.
Okay, this is a great way to spend your energy. I'm 100% about this.
You are most welcome to try. Our paths may differ, but our destination is the same. In time, I dare say we will see eye to eye.
He's a little too arrogant.
I should hope so.
My lady!
We are to escort you.
Oh, so that's like her bodyguards or something?
To it. We
Hope.
share the burden of this fate, dear sister, and will prevail together or not at all.
Okay, so this is really interesting. This is what I love about Square Enix storytelling. They're introducing these characters, but we're not really getting the true backstory. Like, who the hell are they? I think I'm putting together that their grandfather was Louis Swat. You'd have to correct me on that one if I'm wrong. Lovely. We know that Louis Swat basically was the one that saved the world. He was one of the Warriors of Light. I'm pretty sure that's right. As far as what they're doing now, I mean, so far, when you first start, they're on the boat ride with you to Limsa. ARR came out in 2013. 11 years feels longer. Yeah, well, I can imagine, because you've been playing since that time, right? You have been hardcore dedicated to this game from the beginning. So what they're doing now is basically arguing over what to do. Okay, cool. Louis Swat is their grandfather.
The salve will serve not only to close up our present wounds.
What salve?
But prevent old ones from opening anew.
So my point about Square Enix storytelling is we've got these two characters that are clearly going to be integral to the story, but we really don't know anything about them. We just know they're not getting along. They somehow have different aims. They're mad about stuff. It's interesting. I love it. We're going to get the picture filled in as we go along. Oh, sweet. What level am I now? Level 28. Let's go. You know what I still haven't done? Since day one. Best birthday present to myself. The game actually came out. Let's see. It's like it was meant to be. Yeah, that's wonderful. That brings me so much joy. I'm pretty sure I have a bunch of class quests to do that I've totally ignored, but I want a freaking mount. That's what we're going to do. And I'm pretty sure this is how we go about it. Storm Officer, Maelstrom, let's go. How was the Admiral's speech? But you need not explain. That you stand before me now is answer enough. Have you resolved to join the Maelstrom, have you not? Uh-oh. Okay, I'm getting an alert that says YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. Okay, that's not good. Open Studio. Okay, it's gone now. We have been having internet. No, I guess it's mine, unfortunately. And my apologies for that. Usually my internet is really good, but the past couple of days it's been a problem. My poor nephew kept getting kicked out of his Fortnite games. He was getting really frustrated. Okay, so we're back. Join the Maelstrom. Let's do this. That's the spirit, lad. With allies like you, how much stronger is our crew? Let us brave the seas together, friend. Let's do it. How dope am I going to look in a giant coat like this? Now the choice is made. It is time to add your name to our rolls. Make your way to Maelstrom Command back in Limsa. You've got it. Hey, Dalamud Red Die. Let's go. 'Tis on the upper decks in case you have forgotten. I will send word to our personnel officer to expect you. The duties of a Maelstrom soldier can be both arduous and challenging, but I promise you, you will not regret this choice. May your passage be swift and your bearings sure. All right. Later, nerds. Sorry, Serpent and Flame. You guys just didn't cut it. I think I can just teleport there from here. Return. If I keep it, so it looks like YouTube is back to getting enough data. It seems to be fine. If I start having really spotty connection like that over and over, then I may end the stream early. But I don't want to. Believe me, I don't want to. Hey, look, you got me this coat. Whoa! If I had short hair like this guy, it would look really cool. Look at this dude with this cute little whoops. Hello, hello. I want to see your face. This cute little butterfly tattoo. Nailed it. Yeah, we did that a couple times yesterday. We unplugged and replugged a router. We have AT&T, and AT&T is sort of trash. We also live, we're not full rural, but we live kind of far from the city. That's a problem. And then on top of that, I'm actually in an outbuilding not connected to the house. So I have a Nest, it's like a Nest system or mesh system that's got me on Wi-Fi, so I'm not hardwired in either. So there's a bunch of problems. Sad. This way. Well, there's a fancy lab. Look at that outfit. Oh my god. It's one of my favorite things is seeing all the cool clothes everybody's wearing. You know, I have actually never been over here. I know this is very similar to the one. Let's see. Ah, gotcha. Plus it's AT&T. Yeah, AT&T is terrible. They don't care at all. It's so frustrating. Storm personnel officer, let's go. Hail, adventurer. What business do you have at Maelstrom Command? Ooh, she was able to upgrade to fiber. She's probably got killer internet. My name is Unky Perlin. I believe you are expecting me. I just got a message. Is that what that noise was? No. Our recruitment officer, sent word of your coming. It shall be my honor to induct you into the ranks of Maelstrom. Now, before I can accept your oath, you must be made aware of several... Sir! I love this salute. It's with the right hand. What is it, Private? And this had better be important. That was a friend request. Oh, I got a friend request? Who's friend requesting me? I guess we'll have to find out. Sir, we've received a report from a lookout in Lower Lanosica, sir. Imperial forces have fired upon a Highwind Skyways airship. Or Moogle Mail. Okay, cool. The vessel is in a bad way, sir, and appears to be banking for an emergency landing in Cedarwood. Cedarwood? Damn it! We have no troops available in that area. The bulk of our infantry is bogged down on the coast, skirmishing with the fishbacks. Perlman, this is highly irregular, but I fear your first duty in the service of the Maelstrom must needs be unofficial. If our man in Lower Lanosica is correct, the airship will come down in territory crawling with Imperial scouts. Not good. If there are any survivors, we must reach them before the Garleans do. Yeah, we do not want the Garleans taking anyone prisoner. Make haste to Cedarwood. Locate the airship, and if any of its occupants are alive, make sure they come to no further harm. We'll see about swearing you in upon your return. You got it. You got it. I'm so ready to take on some Garleans. Let's see. But before we do that... Only members of... Oh, I can't look at the goods. Wait, yes, I can. Oh, that's a nice book. Look at me and my chonies. Let's see. I want to see the little hat. Oh, I can't see the hat? Dang it. There we go. Look at that. That looks awesome. Oops, nope. I didn't mean to do that. Try on boots. Why can't I see all of it at once? Well, whatever. Whatever. Okay, probably should go save these people instead of play dress up. Seems like that would be the right thing to do. Head to Cedarwood and determine the fate of the airship and the crew. Where in the heck is Cedarwood? Okay, well, Lower Lanosica. This is the first place to go. Let's try and make haste. Free company invite, a Lil Savage. SAF is a mature gamers and couples FC 18 plus years. Active and social on the fam that slays together stays together. So these guys, I think, just send out like mass invites like this all the time because I've gotten this one before. I don't want to join your free company. No. Yes. I will join a free company at my leisure, not because you are spamming it. Makes me think you just don't have friends and need them. They're probably fine. It's probably fine, but I want to find a cool group. What I want is to get on your server, Lovely, and join your free company. But alas, Midgard-Stormer is too big to have me. Okay, it's way over here. We've got a little bit of a haul. Let's go. I know those congested servers eventually like slow down in between big update cycles, and then you can sneak in if possible. That was how we got into Balmung way back in the day when I first started playing, because my friends and I wanted to be on a really RP heavy server because it's just more fun when people are goofing and a gaffing like that. A lot of free companies just have someone to go to main cities and add sprouts. Oh, that's a crazy job to have. That's a really funny way to play a video game. Hey, go stand in this city and just hand out flyers. That's your job. That's your fun that you're going to have when you're not at work in your real life. That's crazy. That's the equivalent of the dude with the clipboard out in front of Whole Foods. That's so funny to me. I would never do that. I'm not going to lie. And yet you picked the most... Is Balmung the most X-rated RP server? Well... Or is this one that I'm in the most X-rated? Which server are you talking about? Is it Marlboro that's the most X-rated RP server, or Balmung? This was, mind you, this was like 2013 that we did this. So maybe it was still kind of new back in the day. I don't really know. Balmung's the most RP. Yeah. I can see that because every time... Oh, look, I haven't killed these guys. Oh, I feel bad killing these little monkeys just for my book. Not that bad, though. You're going down, monkey. And when I came back to the game and I played... as a, what's the class called? I can't think of what it's called. The Machinist, and I think I played it to 80. I basically played the whole game solo. I didn't interact with anyone. I just did that. I played that, and then I, crafted. That's all I did. I got my crafting all up to, like, level 60 before I was like, okay, dude, I have to stop smoking pot and crafting all the time and go find something better to do with my life. Ul'dah is notorious for sex trade RP in Balmung. I am not sure I know. I guess I could put the pieces together. That's crazy. So when you go, because there's that big... Oh, where is it? Let's look at the map. Okay, this is really interesting to me. This is really, really interesting. In Balmung, it's this area right here. If you go into this area, it is filled with people. Filled. There's got to be like... I don't know, 50 to 100 people in this area. And the chat is crazy. And I have no idea what anyone is talking about, obviously, because I'm not in the scene. But I'm always like, whoa, this is nuts. But I never interacted with anybody because I was just busy playing the game by myself. I was soloing an MMO. I think that's more common than people know. Okay, well then I have to ask, Lovely, if you want to indulge me. If Balmung is the most X-rated RP server, what about Midgard-Stormer? Does it have a reputation? What's its reputation? If you want to share. If you don't want to tell now on chat, you can tell me later when we're playing. I'm super curious. Oh, are these Garleans? Dude, I want these goggles so bad. An adventurer? What are you doing out here? No, wait. Let's find some cover first. Yeah, this is not very safe. Why don't we just attack them? There's only like 6 of them. Maelstrom Command sent you? How do I know you're not an Imperial spy? You don't even have a uniform. He's got a point, but come on. Do I look like I'm a Garlean too? Okay, some reinforcements. Nice. This is a crazy axe. Be at ease, sir. We are of the Maelstrom. You're a Garland Ironworks engineer, yes? One of our lookouts reported the attack on your craft. We're here to rescue you. Many people line up against the wall and others come up to them and proposition sex. You won't see it since it's done in whisper party chat. This is in Balmung. And so what are they just sexting each other in the game? This has to be showing you what a freaking normie I am, right? I had no idea any of this is going on. This is so fascinating. You must be Perlman. Good work on reaching our friend here before the Imperials. Midgard is more tame, but you do get the emote spans that do not leave anything to the imagination. All right, understood. Who knew? So they're just sexting. Wow. Hey, you know what? Live your life. I want everyone to just, have happy, free, fun, however it comes to them. Who am I to judge, right? That's amazing. Okay, I've never seen a craft of this design. It must be Garland's work. If there are no end to this man's treachery. Oh, I kind of remember this character. Is he a former Garlean that then came to work for us and become a shipwright? Something like that. I guess we'll find out. The secret of Magitech belongs in Imperial hands. They are not to be squandered on Eorzean savages. So this is so fascinating because as much as we see the beast tribes of savages and are willing to take their land, these people are doing the same thing to us. You would think having to deal with the Garleans trying to take over our land and take everything we had, it would give us a little more compassion for the beast tribes. Apparently not. Okay. The shout chat can get entertaining since people get bored and just want to troll, have fun, or the infamous piss chat, as we call it. Piss chat? Oh, dear Lord, this is getting crazy. What game did I get myself into? I just wanted a fun... This is what happens. This is what happens when you put a bunch of people online together. I just wanted a fun little Final Fantasy story. I mean, I guess all of it is optional, right? You can interact with it as much as you want. We're taking this craft back to the fortress. Dismantle it if you must, and bring the engineer. Someone must pay for Garland's crimes. Poor kid. Scouting party from Castrum Occidens, I'd say. Seems they want your ship, engineer. Ain't happening. Airship crewman. Wedge, we have to help him. That fool of a Lalafell was hiding inside the tiny Bronco. Oh, it's just called that because it's the yellow chat when you yell. Got it. The tiny Bronco. Isn't that the new design people have been whispering about? It's the first airship we built since the Calamity. The first since Master Garlong. Well, since he went missing. Oh, so that's not Master Garland. This is just Biggs, Wedge, and what's the third person? They put them in all of the Final Fantasy games, right? They're recurring characters. After years of work, she was finally ready for her first test flight, and she was soaring. She really was, till those bastards blasted her out of the sky. So Garlean has severe air superiority because they're capable of using Magitech to make ships fly, whereas we don't have that ability. Sid, yes. And then there's Sid. Sid's in all the Final Fantasies, right? And then there's Biggs, Wedge, and there's one other like little like supplementy character. Why can't I think of their names? I could Google it. I would find it. Is it just Biggs and Wedge? Really? Maybe it is Biggs, Wedge, and Sid, and I just don't have it right. Okay. We'll leave it at that. You're undoubtedly right, and I'm undoubtedly wrong. All right, pay attention. We're going to hit these Imperials hard and fast. If they want a souvenir from Eorzea, they can have a knife in the gut, but they're not getting that ship. Oh, and don't forget to save the Lalafell. Client arrived, back to work, have to go. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for coming by. Have a wonderful day as well. I hope that your clients are all very nice to you and tip you absolutely massive. You deserve it. Hey, I look forward to playing with you again this weekend. I will have Sunday and Monday off from work. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for coming by. What you say, Perlman? Ready to give those curs a hiding? Like a tidal wave, lads, charge. Let's go. We can knock these guys out. No problem. He's like, okay. Take out the caster first. That's my job. An ambush. 2 arms. Do I have my carbuncles still, or did they reset? They reset. Okay. Imperial Funditor. Where's the caster? Right here. You. Okay, this is not going to be hard. Okay, that's the big boss. Let's kill this guy next. Kill this one. I love this animation where we just shoot a laser out of the book. That's so funny to me. And here we go. These Garleans are like stormtroopers, right? They just like, you can just kick the crap out of them. They're actually not that strong. Holy crap. I take it back. I take it back. Where the heck did that thing come from? Yikes. Okay, let's kill some of these dudes first. Alright, I love having all 3 carbuncles. This brings me so much joy. Dude, this thing is crazy. Don't run away. Nailed it. Not a problem. Biggs! I love this hair. Looks like a little turnip. Wedge, you shouldn't have stayed with the ship. That was a close one. Too damn close. So how's she look anyway? The auxiliary propeller is a dead loss, but I think we can wring enough thrust from the main propeller to get us airborne. Cool. A few minor modifications and we should be able to fly the tiny Bronco home. What a name. We'll stand watch until the ship is ready to take off. The Imperials will come looking for their scouts eventually, but I doubt they'll get here for a good while yet. He's going to find a pile of corpses. Perlman, you're free to return to Maelstrom Command and complete your induction. Why, thank you. Ordinarily, I ask you to stay, but I think we've all feel better knowing an adventurer of your ability was safely sworn in and ready for the next mission. Rest assured, I'll inform command of the part you played today. I just wanted to say sorry, you know, for calling you an Imperial spy and all that. Got that one wrong, didn't I? Seriously, though, if I hadn't been for you and the Maelstrom lads here, we'd be chained up in a dungeon by now. I'm in your debt, friend. We both are. We got you, dude. We got you, Biggs and Wedge. Wedge? Thank you. We're very grateful. I like that he had to remind him of his manners. It's cute. Okay. Well, we should be able to just return on back. Let's go. And we got to go to the aft castle. Let's see if we can remember it. I'm assuming this is where we have to go. Yes, yes, of course. Oh, I want my uniform. Listen to this music. Welcome back, Pearlman. I just heard the report. You needn't be concerned about the engineers. They completed their return trip without further Imperial interference. I must admit, I had my doubts at first, but it seems the stories about you are true. I am a badass. Let's see, I look forward to seeing what else you're capable of after you're properly inducted into the Maelstrom, of course. Now, speaking of your induction. Oh, we get a little bit of dye. That's nice. Storm seals? Is that the currency that allows me to buy gear? Let us start afresh, shall we? You're welcome here, Unky Pearlman. That such a well-respected adventurer would choose to join our ranks is most heartening. Before you swear your allegiance to us, however, it is only right that I tell you exactly what it is you will be joining. A bunch of former pirates turned soldiers, right? A grand company is more than simply a collection of soldiers. It is an all-encompassing organization which draws upon the resources of an entire city-state to form a united military force capable of standing against the nation's deadliest enemies. I like it. We of the Maelstrom are charged with meeting the threats posed by the Primals and the Garlean Empire, and solving the many problems caused by the Calamity. Tall order, good God. Every man and woman who serves under our colors has a role to play in keeping the great warship that is Limsa Lominsa afloat. And on whatever heading Chief Admiral Merlwib blows his wind, cannot say that freaking name, blows his wind, he blows his wind, it's so bad, sees fit to set. I gotta find a recording of someone saying it and practice it. As part of this grand vessel's crew, you will be expected to take your turn at the oars, for the winds do not look favorable, lad, and the strength of an arm may be all that sees us safe to port. I really like all the ship metaphors. If I've lost you with talk of ship and oar, let me put it another way. A Maelstrom soldier labors till his last breath, fights till his last drop of blood. We give all of our in service to this nation, and no less is expected of you. Deal. Pearlman, it is customary for new recruits to swear an oath of their own choosing upon entering the Maelstrom's ranks. Is there aught you'd like to say? Ooh, my own oath, huh? You have my sword till sea swallows all. With what skills I have are yours. I will follow the Admiral to the very bottom of the abyss. I don't have a sword. What skills I have are yours till sea swallows all. I could say nothing. Ah, yes, the many and varied skills of an adventurer. I have no doubt that your travels have furnished you with such knowledge and as will prove invaluable to our cause. Most of my skills come in crafting, frankly. And I can read. Unky Pearlman, I hereby assign you the rank of Storm Private 3rd Class. You are now officially a soldier of the Maelstrom. Yes! Welcome aboard, Private. You may serve Limsa Lominsa well till sea swallows all. This is a great day. Ah, cool. Do I get that emote? Oh, I didn't know I had an audience. This is exciting. How fun. Is it Minfinia again? Can you hear me, Unky? This is Minfinia. An officer of the Maelstrom contacted me with news of your enlistment. My congratulations, Private Pearlman. Oh, I love that. I have no doubt that you are eager to make the acquaintance of your new comrades, but I would ask you to pay a visit to your old ones first. Remember, though you are now a man of the storm, you are no less a scion. Pray return to the waking sands at your earliest convenience. There are some friends here whom I would very much like you to meet. We shall be waiting. Okay, is it the twins? No rest for the wicked, eh? Before you make yourself scarce, I recommend having a word with Commander Riki. Might be worth your while. Okay. Who's going to give me my chocobo? That's what I want to know. I want my bird. You may now accept the quest, My Little Chocobo, Maelstrom, by speaking with Rashant Riki. Yes! This quest must be completed in order to proceed to the end of the main scenario for A Realm Reborn. Okay, you have to do this. Who wouldn't want to do this? Achievement unlocked. Storm Private 3rd Class. Cool. Grant delivery missions. Okay, Grand Companies. You are now a member of the Grand Company and been assigned the rank of Private 3rd Class. Your Grand Company and rank can be confirmed at any time under the Profile tab in the character interface. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so let's take a look. Profile. Rank. Right here. Gotcha. Grand Companies pay their members not in guild but in company seals. You can confirm how many seals you are currently possessed in the currency. Currency. In the main menu. Where is currency? Under the currency? So that's this. Someone cast a spell on me. Who in the world was that? Well, thank you. We have no seals. Boo. We have no ventures. We have 17,000 Manderville gold saucer points. That's not bad. Supplying and provisions. Constant need of supplies and provisions. Okay, so this is how I'll probably earn seals. If we take a look. I am Maelstrom charged with assisting the order of on free companies. Are there coming? How may I serve this day? I don't know. I don't want to serve a free company. Well met, I am OIC Quartermaster affiliated with the Maelstrom, and it is my duty to provide those free companies who have pledged their allegiance to the Grand Company with the opportunity to purchase various enchantments. Okay, so this is more free company stuff that's got nothing to do with me. Undertake supply and provisioning missions. Here we go. Hey, I can do this one. Oh, wait, that's my hatchet. I really don't want to give them my hatchet. What else we got? An ash spinning wheel, bronze barbet. Okay, so I can do these every day, and I get seals. I can also do these. Expert delivery are available at obtaining the rank of Storm Sergeant 2nd Class. Okay, so that's how I get my seals. So that's really easy. Great that I have been unlocking that. And then I can come over here and I can get my freaking armor. Ooh, and how high you go up in rank determines how badass your armor looks. Sick. Oh, and you also get rare materials. Well, that's helpful. So strength, vitality, mind. Okay, so this is the next one. And in order to get the cool outfit, I need a lot. What is this? 6, 12, 2,200, 3,500 basically. Dang. And then as soon as I get that, I'll move on to the next one. Is this stuff good? Level 20. Well, I'll wear it for the RP value. Okay. Chocobo whistle. Rashant Rashiki suggests you have a look at a person, blah, blah, blah. Well, if it isn't Private Pearlman, I must say the tales of your deeds have been an inspiration to the troops. Glad I could be of service. Our duties take us far and wide, and I'll wager you've slogged across quite a few malms of countryside on naught but your own 2 feet. It's been rough. Let's see. Such a sterling soldier of the Maelstrom deserves his own steed. Let us see about having one issued to you. Yes. All you need to do is obtain a Storm Chocobo issuance by exchanging company seals with the Quartermaster. Once you have this deed, present it to Freygeim, and she will see you saddled upon one of our trusty birds. Okay. Let's frickin' go. I need a bird. It's all the way over here. It's locked. Oh, does it cost company seals? Is that what she says? No, that's Vesper Stand. Where is this? Okay, so over here, Chocobo Keep. So I gotta go here. Which one is it? This one? Am I going to have to grind a bunch of those seals to get this? Dang it. Here we go. Want a bird issue, you say? Then I'll need to see your Storm Chocobo issuance. Of course, you will need to exchange storm seals for it. You can earn these by competing tasks for Maelstrom. Oh. Crap. So it was back there. Dang it. I'm so dumb. Well, we know what we have to do. We don't know how many we need to get, but I do know there are other things that I need to do now before we go talk to Minfinia. So that's the last thing that we're going to do today, I think, because it's starting to get warm in my office. Where is Arcanist? Here we go. I know I have a bunch of Arcanist quests to take care of. We're going to do these, and these are always a ton of fun, and I'm way over leveled for that, I'm sure, at this point, because I haven't done one of these. I probably have 2 or 3 to do. Yeah, level 20. I have 2 of these to do, actually. These are actually better. Look at that. So I will get some decent gear. Except, greetings, Unky. In case such doubts fill your mind, you should know that I am ever willing to lend an ear to find your thoughts troubled. If you find, at the very least, I would have you know this. Because it seems that Kylia does not. The Foreseer has been missing since this morning. There have been other times when she has disappeared without a word, but we have always been able to find her. Alas, this is not the case today. Were the guild master here, he could deduce her whereabouts with nary a moment's concentration. I find myself beginning to wonder if those who devote themselves overmuch to Arcanima are much more prone to bouts of wanderlust. But while I might wish to ponder further such oddities of character, we must needs organize a search party. Would you be so kind as to make inquiries in Hawker's Alley? It is not uncommon for Kylia's wanderings to take a path through the markets. Okay. This is easy enough. Inquiry about Kylia at Hawker's Alley. Where is Hawker's Alley? Is it this? Boo! This person? Dodozen. You seek a Mikote agent of the Mavian's Gate? Well, yes, I have seen her. Spoke with her. In fact, she was, however, apprehended by the Yellow Jackets. What? The assessor was drilling me for details about Kieran smuggling ring based on Airport, but then the soldiers arrived and took her away. If you wish to know her fate, then I suggest you speak with Grenade of the Coral Tower. Not good. Okay, well, where the heck is Grenade of the Coral Tower, then? Oh, it's up here, right? Marauders Guild. She got arrested? What the heck was she doing? She had a really rough go in the last quest. She basically came face to face with some evil bastard from her past that terrified her. It was actually totally gnarly. She was like writhing on the ground in fear. It made me feel genuinely uncomfortable. Okay. Foreseer Kylia? Yes, we brought her in for questioning regarding the reappearance of the pirate Duzmaga. So that's the guy I'm talking about. Freaked her out, dude. A member of the Arcanist Guild, are you? Then I see no reason to conceal the nature of our discourse. Perhaps you are already aware of this, but the Foreseer was once held captive by that rabid sea dog. Gotcha. Oh, we're going to get some backstory here. Few pirates sinks to such depths of depravity as does Maga. It has been 6 years now since he was exiled from Limsa for engaging in the worst kind of black market trading. Okay, so I think we can piece together what happened, right? I think it's pretty obvious. They're not saying it outright, but he was held captive. She was held captive by this pirate who's in the worst kind of black market trading, right? And now the villain has returned. He is, however, both cunning and cautious and continues to evade our troops. Thus, we hope to borrow the knowledge of Forcier Kalia, whose experience has given her an intimate familiarity with the way the scoundrel operates. At least that was our intent. After weathering a barrage of questioning from the assessor, we found ourselves instead providing the details of our search. Should you wish to speak with Forcier Kalia, I imagine she has already returned safely to your guild. Okay, so this has just been me running around. Let's head back then. I guess she's doing better. That's good. I like that she's now, is she making it her mission to get this guy? Let's do it. We're gonna fucking kill this guy. Arcanist Guild. I wish the map updated when you teleported. The fact that it stays at the old map, I don't know why that bothers me. I guess I could just get over it. Okay, Thurbergeim. Back already? You were led to believe she had returned here? I am afraid not. So the Yellow Jackets told you something of her history with Duzmaga, did they? Perhaps it would be best if I told you the entire tale. Okay, here we go. This is going to be gnarly. Duzbaga's banishment was the result of a surprise inspection that revealed his involvement in the underground slave trade. I told you, dude. I told you. The assessor that stepped aboard the pirates' merchant ship spoke of finding dozens of unwashed unfortunates crammed into that squalid hold. Among these prisoners was a young Makote, destined for some black market auction block. Horrifying, dude. This game pulls no punches. That's freaking gnarly. Okay, though Kylia was initially too terrified to even speak, the guild master brought out of her fearful days with the gift of the initiate's grimoire. Yes, the self-same tome that she has carried her entire career. Oh my god, didn't he throw it overboard? So like the one thing that gave her purpose in life and brought her back from the brink of insanity, this monster threw it overboard. I'm pretty sure he did. Oh, that makes me so mad. Of course, did you not mention that Kylie's grimoire was thrown into the sea? Yes. There are rumors that the Kirkin merchant of ill repute has retrieved the black market goods the crew of the Morning Star heaved into the ocean. Even now, he gloats over a salt-encrusted catch in Aleport. Okay, so we got to go find the merchant that found her book and take it back. It is entirely possible that the Forcier's most prized possession was caught up in the Kirkin salvage net. I've no doubt that Kylia has reached the same conclusion. To Aleport with you, Unky, that is where you will find our wayward assessor. Okay. Whoa, look at this girl's hair. Ooh, that is cool. Oh my god, her ears are huge. I love these giant ears. And the green looks badass. Super cool. Okay, to Aleport with us. To Aleport. Western Thanalan. No, that's the Waking Sands. We don't want to go there. Where the heck is Aleport? I don't know all the areas yet. We can find the green checks. We can follow them. Oh, that's the beauty is only scalp deep. Damn it. Well, I guess we got to look here. Does Aleport have a teleporter? Doesn't look like it. Well, we're over here. Yes, it does. Cool. Let's just teleport there. We have 35 free tickets. I need to finish that quest so it quits throwing me off. Here we are. Update that map. Okay, we only need to click it once. It's not that difficult. We're going to help her get her book back. I hope we do. I hope we do, and I hope we find this guy, and I hope we murder him. I hope we just completely murder him. Just make his life awful hell before we kill him. Down here, I assume. Can I jump over this? Yes. Here we go. There she is. This dude's in prison? Okay, well, this is a mess. Yes, yes. Combat pattern 256 should serve to cover all expected contingencies. You never know when you have to fully nullify a thaumaturge or two. My retrieval strategy is complete. Unky, it is good of you to come. I was unable to calculate for certain if you would piece together my movements in time. Very little is certain when so many variables are involved. I love this chick, dude. But this is good news. This prisoner here was kind enough to confirm that the trader who salvaged the Morningstar's jettison cargo did indeed retrieve a tome matching the description of my lost grimoire. This is awesome. Lominson law and the policy of the Malvian Gate would support the confiscation of goods connected to an official inspection, but alas, my personal belongings do not fall under such that definition. Thus, I intend to launch an unofficial offensive against this black marketeer and his cronies. Let's go! The peddler has already departed for Candlekeep Quay. It is time I gathered to me such allies as I possess, and I count you as one of them. Dude, I got you. Despite the nature of this endeavor, Mistress Thurbergheim has offered me her cooperation. If you would, pray join her in Ocean's Embrace. That is where we shall ambush this disreputable Kirkin. Okay, I love this. I love this. We're the bureaucracy. We're supposed to be the rule arbiters. We're supposed to keep everyone in line. But no, this is the nature of law right here, right? As soon as the law needs to be broken, law officers break them. This game is so honest. Okay, speak to Thurbergheim in Ocean's Embrace. Where in the heck is this? This is a new area for me. Okay, so we got Morby Dry Docks over here. Where are we right now? We're way over here. Holy crap, this is quite the haul. Okay, so I have attuned over here. Let's just do this. I don't want to run all the way over there. Once we get a chocobo, I'll probably run around a whole lot more. But until then. I honestly don't even remember coming over here. Oh, wait. What am I talking about? This is the dry docks. Of course, we did a ton of questing over here. I can't wait to get my frickin' uniform. I'm gonna grind so hard for that. Oops. We really don't need to take the book out. Look at me. Look at my teeth. Oh, I'm so cool. Here we are at God's Grip. What a name. I don't want to have to deal with these stupid jackals right now. The sudden drop in music. Ooh, ominous foreboding. We're about to get into it with a frickin' Kirkin. Listen to the difference. This is so good to me. I love little details like this. Listen to the sound of the footsteps on the stone. Now hear it on the wood. And then you hear it on the metal. That's so good. I think that's the boss lady right there, isn't it? Yep. I can recognize that gray coat a mile away. Greetings, Unky. Your arrival completes our small company. You are equipped for battle, I trust. We need not await Kylia's arrival. Once the Kirkin appears on the bridge, we shall spring our ambush. I don't know. I feel like she should be here, right? The strategy for trapping our target allies on the relies on the two allies we have concealed on the other side of the ravine. This pincer maneuver was, naturally, the Four Seers' idea. As for the target himself, the Kirkin is known as a careful and cautious fellow. He travels with a small retinue so as to avoid attracting attention. But do not be fooled. More bodyguards follow at a distance and will likely join the fray after hostilities ensue. Do not, however, expect any assistance from the Yellow Jackets. They cannot be seen aiding us in what amounts to a personal matter, but they are willing to turn a blind eye for Kylia's sake. This is what I'm talking about, right? Cops are like, hey, you guys are going to do some extra legal stuff? We might just turn our backs on this one. In any case, the Four Seers' tactics account for our limited numbers and individual strengths. Victory is all but assured. Now let us take up our positions and wait for the Kirkin to arrive. Okay. Here's our position. Right here, standing in the middle of, just not hidden at all. You, my little menagerie, you guys ready? Let's go. Take out the healer first. He's got quite the bodyguard. Look at these little knives. Book. Let's go. Thubergeim! Attack! Filthy Ambergers. They want Kikiroon Sparklies. I want Kikiroon Sparklies. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. And let's do that. Okay, you're dead. Easy enough. Let's do that. Let's do that. You're dead. We got a Carbuncle incoming. Uh-oh. Oh, look. Is this a homie? Is this a bad guy? That's a homie. You think the friggin' leader of our guild could probably do a little more damage than me? Okay, here we go. Take out the caster. Whoa, they got Sahagin on their side? What? Not standing that. Okay, dead. Well, the boss lady is doing a really good job of keeping aggro so that they're not attacking me. That's kind of nice, right? Is that it? No. We gotta go help these fools over here. Oh, there's a whole mess of people over here. You know what I should try and do? Let's do this. We'll send out you. I was gonna use my AoE spells, but they don't seem to be any of them. This is total chaos. I have no idea what's going on. There we go. Knock down that guy. My rotation is a train wreck. I'm just going to admit that right now. All right, here we go. Guy should be dead. Is that all of them? Now to find the Foreseer's Grimoire. Do I gotta look around? Oh, it's right over here. Look at this crazy freaking caravan thing. That is nuts. Is this to make it lighter for the chocobo? That's kind of clever. No? Did I get it? Oh, we got it. Dun, dun. Well executed, everyone. Were you able to retrieve my grimoire? Unky, pray hand over the tome. Here you go. Your book. It's ruined. My wonderful grimoire is ruined. The probability of repairing this degree of damage is 0%. Even the most brilliant strategy cannot undo the ravages of seawater. It's terrible. I have never felt so defeated. I believe it is time I returned home. Leave her be. But how can I? He is right, Arstota. You must allow Kylia time to process the loss. Look at this guy. He's like, I'm screwed. He's like, yo, I just found this book underwater. What's the big deal? Why couldn't we have just bought it back from him? Did we have to kill all of his people? Was he doing something terrible on the side? Because if so, why couldn't we bring the law against him? And you have other matters to which you must attend. Come, Monkey. It is time we return to the guild as well. Aww. the emotes are hilarious. Okay, so I guess I just head back. Would have liked a ride, but whatever. Ooh. We've been at this for 2.5 hours. It's starting to get warm in here. I think this will be my last quest. We'll finish this one up, and then I will log off for the day. Okay, where? Right here, right across the way. Dubergheim. Not quite the victory we imagined, was it? The moment Kylie beheld her soaked and tattered grimoire, you could see the light of hope die in her eyes. Very sad. There is, however, something we can do. I will call on your aid soon, but in the meantime, you would be well served to deepen your knowledge of Arcanum. Okay, I got it. Let's see, what would be, so that's too strong. I don't think with this coat that I have, I can wear masks, so that's not going to work for me. Let's item compare. These are level 15. This is level 22. So these are better, although this one does have an extra point of determination. Not that I can even pretend to know what that is. Same thing here. This is spell speed. I don't really know which ones are better. We'll put on the cotton dress shoes. Maybe not. I guess we'll do that. Let's see. What is better? So yeah, the dress shoes are better. I kind of want to see what these dress shoes look like. They look like dress shoes. They look hilarious on me. They do not look like they fit at all. It's like squeezed into these shoes like they're freaking sausages. So funny. Okay, where did my pants go? We'll just do this. There we go. Update gear set. Okay, well, I think we have... Yeah, we got one more of these to do. And then that should be... We should be caught up on those. We are level 28, so we do have a little ways to go. And then I have some other side quests to finish, and we have the main story quest to continue on. But this is actually, I think, the perfect time to end the stream for me. It's getting warm in here, and I can't run the AC without just making a ton of noise. It just gets to be way too loud. It's breakfast time. It's 10:30 where I am. I haven't eaten yet. It's time for me to eat some breakfast. So, my friends, thank you so much for coming by the stream. Thanks for chatting in the chat. It's my favorite thing in the world. I see some of you are watching and are just watching. That is always wonderful. I really appreciate you just coming by and entertaining my silly little stream. It means the world to me. I will head off. My streaming schedule is a little inconsistent right now. I will be streaming big streams Sunday mornings and Monday mornings. That is my plan. And with that, I will bid you all farewell, and I look forward to... Oh, Crack says take care. Thank you so much. You take care as well. Hopefully I'll see you again soon. I will be streaming Sunday, if not sooner. It's just that I have to go back to work. I work at 9 a.m. and then in the evenings, I'm just usually too tired to even muster the energy to be entertaining. Anyways, I'll see you all later. You all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye now.